everybody. First of all, I'm playing around with black and white. I thought that was quite a cool change. Wishing you a very happy new year and hope you all have had a lovely Christmas. I'm going to start this year off by being a little bit different. So I don't normally share this kind of stuff because, to be honest, I never felt the need to. However, I've definitely had a God nudge on this one. So I'm gonna be vulnerable. I am going to share, and I am going to. So basically, I've done a task which was part of my personal development plan for this year, and it's not really the task I want to focus on, which I will tell you what it was, but I want to focus more on the aha moments I've had throughout the process, because it's definitely been a process and it's definitely been a journey. And yeah, so to kick off this week, at 5 p.m. on Sunday, I started a 5-day water fast. Now, just to put a disclaimer in case anybody wants to kick off on the keyboards, this has been planned, it's been monitored, and it's been coached. So it's not something that I have done spontaneously. It's not something I've done uneducated. I've been researching it for the past 12 months. I've had the plan together. I've had the right ingredients together. So what it means is I just drink water for 5 days. Which sounds pretty balmy, doesn't it? But within those 5 days, the body goes through a set of motions and healings, and yeah, it's quite exciting. So obviously each day has been very different, because obviously as the body goes longer without food, it changes from sugar, glucose to ketones to fuel my everyday life. And I will complete it today at 5 p.m. and it has, and what I want to say is actually what I've learned from this process. So this process doesn't get repeated often, probably maybe once a year at push. But from this, I have come to realize and started this year off with hopefully a really interesting mindset perception that instead of consuming, so obviously when you start, you're thinking about food, what time's my next meal, etc., etc. I've seeked, as the week gone on, more connection. I've absolutely, the hunger for me to connect with others has just amplified. And with every connection, I have felt such joy and happiness and excitement. And I've seeked positive, healthy connections as well. Also, as people who spend time with me, I have a job list that's normally 2 A4 sheets long, and I just get too excited about everything, really. Life is just such an awesome experience. And with that, I've had to slow down, and I've come to realize, moving from speed to slow and deliberate. I was sweeping the barn last night, and as I was doing it, I was really present and enjoying every movement, every motion, and I was just here, and everything was so peaceful and calm. My brain was calm, my body was calm. So just that idea that speed won't fulfill it, reaching the end of that job list won't bring joy or excitement, but being present and slowing down and enjoying this moment really brings the deepest form of happiness that you can create. I then had to go through a shift of mindset from it needs. So obviously food is a very emotive subject, and we're taught it needs, which yes, it does, 100%. But as I couldn't fulfill that need in that form at that present time, have a new love for water. But also I realized just how able our bodies are. It is seeking to thrive. Every cell in my body right now is seeking to survive and thrive. Instead of being unable or poorly or any other thing, it really wants to be its healthiest form at all times if I was to allow it. So I then have to lean into that. I trust it. I trust my body can, which was a really nice revelation. And then finally, as I've got through to day 5, which is today, I've gone to from distraction to contemplation. So instead of looking at my job list, trying to find the next thing, getting through everything, I've actually carved out more time and found acceptance that it's okay to sit and contemplate. Depending on your morals or beliefs or something, you can contemplate with prayer, you can contemplate with scriptures, you can contemplate just by looking out the window and looking at the birds or the snowstorm that's been hit. But just, it's okay to contemplate. It's okay to not be so fixated on those distractions of what's happening next. What do I need? What do I need to scroll? What video? Which TikTok? You can understand what I mean. So I've kind of come to this final moment of I had forgotten some truths, and the truths are what I've just listed above. And these life truths are what empower you rather than disempower you. I'm not handing over my power to anything or anyone. I am regaining that inner power. And there are truths that now I understand on a deeper level, which bring more joy, more contentment, more happiness than truths that are advertised to me, which are that quick dopamine hit. So yeah. Anyway, that's my journey. That's my story. That's my testimonial. Let's leave it at that. That's my testimonial for this latest personal development experience. That it was a personal thing. It was a curiosity of could I? And I had a few questions at the start of the week that I wanted to explore, and I found answers to those. Yeah. So there we go. Bye.